What's your I know exactly what you're doing moment? My chemistry teacher, Mr. Garrett, had a random seating chart that he changed every month. Except it wasn't random at all. He was systematically separating every smart kid from their friends while clustering all the struggling students together in the back corner. At first, I thought it was coincidence. Month 1, I got moved away from my study group. Month 2, my friend Sarah, who had a 4.0 GPA, got isolated in the front row surrounded by empty desks. Month 3, Jake, our class valedictorian, ended up squeezed between two kids who openly slept through lectures. Meanwhile, his favorites, 3 football players who barely maintained C averages, always somehow got the prime seats together in the middle where they could easily copy each other's work. The pattern became obvious when I started paying attention. Every random reshuffle moved high achievers away from anyone who could help them, while the athletes and popular kids maintained their little collaboration zone. But the real kicker was what he'd do during tests. He'd hover behind the smart kids, watching every move, ready to call out the slightest head turn as cheating. Meanwhile, the football players would pass notes and whisper answers right in front of him, and he'd suddenly develop selective blindness. When Sarah got written up for looking around suspiciously during a quiz, she was literally just checking the clock. I knew something had to be done, so I started documenting everything. For 6 weeks, I secretly recorded every seating arrangement on my phone. I tracked test scores, noting how certain students' grades mysteriously improved after getting grouped together. I even timed how long Mr. Garrett spent monitoring different sections of the room. The evidence was damning. The random seating chart wasn't random. It was designed to sabotage academic achievement while protecting his athletic program favorites. But I needed the perfect moment to expose him. That moment came during parent-teacher conferences when my mom asked about my sudden drop in chemistry grades, despite my perfect scores on every homework assignment. Mr. Garrett launched into his rehearsed speech about how some students struggle with the transition to more challenging material, and how peer distractions can really hurt academic performance. My mom nodded thoughtfully, then asked, "So the seating arrangements are designed to minimize distractions?" "Absolutely," he said with complete confidence. "I use a randomized system to ensure fair and equal learning opportunities for all students." That's when I pulled out my phone and opened the folder I'd prepared. "Actually, Mr. Garrett, I've been tracking your random seating charts for the past 6 weeks." I showed my mom the patterns. Every single month, you move students with GPAs above 3.5 away from each other while keeping the same 3 students together in the center. His face went white as I scrolled through the evidence. Here's the grade correlation data. These 3 students' test scores improved by an average of 23 points after you started grouping them together, while students you isolated saw their scores drop by an average of 15 points. My mom's expression shifted from confused to furious as she studied the data. "And here," I continued, pulling up my timing logs, "is how you spend 73% of your monitoring time watching the students in the isolated seats, while spending less than 12% watching the center group during tests." Mr. Garrett started stammering about misinterpretation of data and coincidental patterns. "Coincidental?" I asked. "Like how coincidental it is that all 3 students in your protected zone happen to be starting players on the football team that you assistant coach." My mom stood up slowly, her voice deadly calm. "Are you telling me that you've been deliberately sabotaging my daughter's education to inflate the grades of your football players?" The meeting ended with Mr. Garrett frantically calling the principal, while my mom demanded an immediate investigation. Within a week, 3 other parents had come forward with similar concerns after my mom shared my findings on the parent Facebook group. The school board reviewed every seating chart from the past 2 years and found the same systematic pattern in all of Mr. Garrett's classes. He was quietly transferred to a different school district at the end of the semester, and the football team lost their chemistry eligibility booster. Best part? My new chemistry teacher uses alphabetical seating. My grades went back up immediately.